In this video, I'm going to talk about a serious injustice that's happening in sales, in the sales industry. Years ago, I heard a statistic that said that whenever companies, small, medium, and large, do invest in training for their sales professionals, most of the time they'll spend 90% of their training efforts, money, and budget, time, money, budget, and 90% of that on product knowledge training, which I agree is very important. You have to have that if you're going to be successful in selling. But they only spend 10% on the people skills or the selling skills needed to be able to have these conversations in order to sell what they know about their products and services. And that just blew my mind. But recently I saw another study that was done that revealed that 70% of sales professionals, when polled, said they'd never had any formal sales training. They identified as self-taught and social sellers. And that just put me back, because I looked back over my own selling experience and I know how catastrophic that can be, not just to the sales professional, but to the company. I mean, if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, or even a sales leader that has salespeople who have not been formally trained in selling skills and how to approach a sales conversation, think about what kind of turnover, sorry, that creates, right? What's the cost of having to replace and train and ramp up one sales professional? I would imagine it's in the tens of thousands, if not 100,000, depending upon what industry you sell in, right? And so it just does not make sense. But many of the reasons I've heard behind it are it's too expensive. And I heard the old saying, I think it was Richard Branson who said it. It probably wasn't Richard Branson. It was somebody who said, hey, what happens if we train them and they leave us? And then the other person said, well, what happens if we don't and they stay? Right? I think it was attributed to Richard Branson on some point. But I digress. The point I'm trying to make is sales training is so vital and important. They can have all the product knowledge in the world, but if they're losing deals to low-cost competitors or people with inferior product services and solutions than what they're selling, it doesn't come down to product knowledge. It comes down to the selling skills, the conversational skills that align with the human behavior and don't create sales resistance and push people away, but draw them in and having them want to buy. Hi, by the way, my name is Dwayne Huff. I have a methodology called Selling with Influence, but the backstory is I'm a 14-year sales professional who launched off on his own in the 15th year of my selling career, started my own company, a corporate training brand that evolved into a sales training brand that evolved into a business consultancy, and then I have another student leadership brand that has nothing to do with that. But all along the way, I've been selling, to this day, products, services, solutions, programs, and I still work with sales professionals and sales leaders in an inside capacity as a corporate sales trainer and performance coach, and through my businesses. So I see every day how much of an impact that quality selling skills training, the impact it can have on selling careers, sales results, and predictability and consistency in selling. And so a couple of things here. I've created some free training. I created a 15-minute masterclass that's succinct, to the point, very tactical. Get in, get the information, apply it, get out. See your sales increase immediately and see lasting results if you continue to apply it. And if you just watch this free video, this 15-minute free video, I've taken 28 years of selling experience and condensed it down to the simple framework that if you or your sales professionals will use in your sales conversations, even if you've not been formally trained, I guarantee you will immediately see an uptick in your sales and lasting sales results if you continue to do it. Now, I also have a program that's a five-week mentorship and coaching program. There's a link to both of them down here. You can grab the free training, take it, run with it, do it. And if you get results, come back. Or if you're in a fast track and you really want to learn this, check the second link out for that 5-week course. I should have one coming up pretty soon. Register for it. Get all the information there. There's a money-back guarantee. I'm on a mission to help sales professionals and sales leaders get quality, consistent training into their organizations, or if you're a sales professional, get the skills you need to be able to make the money that sales promised you can make without having to guess, right? And I can remember my first 9 years of selling. This is why I'm so passionate about this. couple of reasons. Number one, I just got finished interviewing um, a call setter candidate, and this person brought amazing conversational skills and enthusiasm and passion, but it became very evident that the way she was taught to sell reeked of the 1980s. And it was a shame, and we still gave her a chance because she was awesome. And I'm like, I go back to the second point. Whenever I was in my first 6 years of selling, and I went through 9 jobs in 6 years because I wasn't given any formal training. I didn't have managers that could actually show me how to sell. They'd give me books and say, hey, read this, do that. And I went through 9 jobs in 6 years because I didn't know what I was doing. And then when I finally got formal sales training, it reeked of the 1980s. It was called consultative selling, but it wasn't. It was boiler room, hardcore, sell them what they don't need, close them, and you have a quota to meet type selling. And I refused to do it. That's why I went through 9 jobs in 6 years. In my 7th year, I landed at a company that gave me the freedom and the guidance to find my own selling voice. Then I landed in pharmaceutical sales for the duration of the rest of my career. I had some of the best formal training I've ever had. And it proved to me that quality training done right, repeated, practiced, and held accountable to can change everything. Not just a sales professional, but if you're a business owner and entrepreneur having to sell, if you're a sales leader and you're trying to guide your team, you can no longer forsake what quality sales training can do. Now, you can go to many places and get sales training, but I'm going to warn you, there's a lot of junk out there. That's why I want to give you something free of charge. I want to show you that I can help you by actually helping you. So take that free training, go through it, apply what I teach, hold me accountable. If it doesn't work, or if it doesn't get the results I'm saying it's going to get, I want you to come back here in these comments and I want you to blow me up. Because number one, if I shouldn't be putting out crap, but number two, I know it's going to serve and help you. And why am I doing this for free? Because I don't want this person I just interviewed. I did not. I had 2 other people that were in that interview with me. I said, I want a chance to help this person because they're very young. I want to help this person out of the gate know how to sell right. And I believe she has what it takes to endure the process of learning, being uncomfortable, pushing through it, and seeing success. And I want that for her. We just hired another guy that's very young. He's probably not as much in the same boat, but he needs some help, but I know he's willing. And so this is kind of legacy for me in the sense that I'm giving back to where I came from. But I also know that if I can get you some results and I continue to get you that and I get it in advance before I ever ask you to do business with me, you may want to take that 5-week course with me, which there is an investment for. Check it out if you're interested. There's a link down here. But talk about the results that we can get for you. Think about this for a second. Each deal that you sell, how much commission do you make on that deal? Now, what if you could just sell 5 more deals in a quarter? So 20 more deals a year. Depending on, I don't know what you sell, right? B2B, B2C, inside sales, outside sales. I don't know what you sell. But what would 5 commission or 5 sales mean in commission for you? And I guarantee you that the investment for the 5-week training that I've done is a fraction of that. So what if you could take the free training and get the results and know that what I'm teaching you can get results, and then we come back and we just really pull it apart, apply it to your situation, coach you, give you those distinctions for your specific industry, and just have your career just go through the roof in 30 to 60 to 90 days. What if you could triple or quadruple the sales that you're making right now? What if you could, I hate to say it this way, but what if you can 10x? I hated to say it, but what if you could? What would that be worth to you? What would 10 times the sales you're making right now mean in commission to you? And as a sales leader or a business owner, if you're like, it's just too expensive, we don't have time, sales training doesn't work, let me prove to you that it does. And I guarantee you the investment in working with me and getting the outcomes that you're going to get is a fraction of what it's costing you right now for turnover, to interview, to replace people, and to lose the business that you're losing. And I can help you and your sales team absolutely dial it in and completely go through. Now, wait a minute, Dwayne, I'm the sales leader. I'm the CSO. I'm the CRO. I know what I'm doing. Are you telling me I don't know what? No, I'm not telling you that. But everybody needs a coach and somebody helping them to make those distinctions and implementing what they know to be the right path. So I'm not there to tell you what to do, but I've worked with over 200 companies, small, medium, and large, across multiple industries. I've seen so many different interpretations of sales methodologies, and the perspective that I bring to you as a sales professional or your sales team is, well, let's just say it can't be matched by very many. But I want to prove it to you. So there's free training right here. Grab it, watch it over and over again. Do it in your next sales meeting with your sales team. Y'all got to go play by play. Talk about what it looks like in your industry and go and do it, and circle back. Or if you're on the fast track and you really just want to jump into this 5-week training where I can help you personally, check out the details. If you feel like it's a good fit, join me. But if nothing else, if this has helped you, share it with somebody else. Drop a comment. Let me know what your biggest struggle is, and consider subscribing to the channel. You'll be notified if you hit the bell the next time I produce content. Go and check out some of the other videos I put here. And remember, you can write your own ticket in selling. You just got to be willing to increase your influence, and you have to have formal sales training, selling skills training that give you a framework and a proven process to help you crush your sales results. And I'd like to serve you and help you and do that.